You talked about, Sue, abortion quotas at Planned Parenthood. Did Planned Parenthood have adoption quotas?
No. The motivation for having adoption contacts or like a connection with an adoption agency was so that they could say, we also offer, that. And they actually found an adoption agency which was pro-choice leaning. And if anybody even took information on adoption, we would check that box and that would count as an adoption referral. But in all those years, there are almost 18 years that I worked there, I never knew one client that chose adoption.
What happened to that partnership if there was no actual adoption referrals that went through?
The connection was really formed just for the purpose of being able to say to our donors that we partnered with an adoption agency. And even people who are pro-choice seem to like to hear that, well, Planned Parenthood is about choice. They have the choice of adoption. Even though once the partnership was made, I never, in all the connections I had with all the 17 centers in Iowa, heard any manager say that they had a client go and meet with the people from the adoption agency. The whole state.
Out of the whole state of Iowa, 17 different clinics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You never heard a manager say that a patient or a client actually went to the adoption agency?
No, not once.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Was there a line in the annual report that said adoption referrals, colon, and then the amount every year?
There is, but they count any time that you check adoption referral, meaning that the client said, I'll take the information. But does she follow up on that? Did Planned Parenthood follow up on that? No. So
Planned Parenthood, let me make sure I got this straight. In their annual report, they would list a number under adoption referral, not for how many actual referrals had been made, but when information was handed over.
Correct. Yeah. How many women took the information on adoption? That counted as an adoption referral. But the reality of that woman meeting with an adoption counselor, probably not. No.
Do you think that if there had been other options like adoption and prenatal care and support presented and even available at that clinic, more women might have chosen those things?
Probably, likely. Anything that Planned Parenthood could have done to make it easier would have been nice, but by the time they get to Planned Parenthood, they have a really high chance of having an abortion because it's pretty much what we did there. To get an abortion at a Planned Parenthood facility was really our goal.